Hey guys, just organizing my pouch here for the next day of work, and I figured I might as well just make a video on what you can find in my pouch for hand tools on the average work day. So during the video I'm just going to be showing you guys whereabouts on my pouch I put all these guys. I'll just start from the left and work my over to the right. So to start off, I got my tape. I'm actually out of white tape right now. Sometimes people use yellow for labeling, although it looks pretty unprofessional. But either whatever color I have, even if it's just for holding things up, I always just keep it here on my side bag to the left. And there's this pouch here that I sometimes keep fasteners in. Throw the tape in there and it's good to go. Nice and easy to grab, and I just like it there. Next up, I got my marking tools. I got pencil, always try and have like more than one, but they always get lost, and a Sharpie. And these I put in my other side bag and the right hand pouch there. Just there's that little holder. Next up is my knife. This is probably the favorite knife I've had. It's just the Milwaukee Fastback. Super easy to open and close. I'm not a huge fan of the Olfa blades, kind of like, here we go. I have an older one. Sorry, my bench is kind of messy right now. Just cleaning out my bag. Yeah, Olfa knives or things like this, I don't know. I just don't really like this action where you flick your wrist. It's just so much faster. Plus, it's kind of addicting to walk around. And just, yeah, I don't know. I just like to goof around with it. So the cool thing about the bag that I have is it has this knife holder. It's super easy to get at. Next up is my bits, and luckily for me, my company supplies these bits. I do have a bit set of my own, but yeah, I always get a few of these. It's tough having more than one kind or one of each kind, because I find the same thing goes for like pencils and stuff. I find that if I like clutter my bag too much with the same thing, I'm just gonna lose it. Whereas if I just have like one copy of each, I kind of tend to know where that copy is at all times. So these are going to be going right around where my marking tools go. It's kind of tough here wearing the pouches at the same time, but there's these front pockets here that I like to put them in because they're not dangling around everywhere. Just like that. It's good there. I actually think I'm going to switch around to a better view. I'm going to put my belt on the table and then show you guys that way, because it's just a lot easier, and I feel like I'm gonna get some weird camera angles if I keep trying to like turn my back and stuff. It's just kind of uncomfy. So yeah, there we go. That's a lot better. You can actually move around now. So yeah, we got my right hand pouch there, my left hand pouch, and next up for my hand tools is my level. I actually got this given to me by one of my friends. It was pretty good gift. This is probably one of my favorite levels I've had. I've had like, I don't know, the stuff that they sell at Canadian Tire is pretty shitty, and the magnets always tend to fail, but this guy's remained pretty strong. The only annoying thing is like I keep it in my bolt bag back here, and there's usually a lot of like metal shards and stuff, and it always gets like stuck to the magnets here. So sometimes if I don't wipe it off with my thumb or whatever, it'll give me a bad reading. So I always try and make a point of wiping it off of my pants or whatever. Next up is my Klein 11-in-1 screwdriver. There's a joke, we call it like a 15-in-1 because there's so many different uses. You can use it as like a hammer or like a pry bar. But pretty much this thing, it has like a bunch of different sizes of bits. And then also, when you take these out, it gives you, oh god, sucks one-handed. One sec. There you go. Gives you different sizes of nut drivers. So we have 3 different nut drivers sizes, and this guy I like to keep in my right hand pouch. Next up, I'll just do both these at once. These are like my electrical tools. I have my strippers and my volt tick. This is my favorite volt tick. I don't really like the other guys by Klein. I don't know, I just haven't. They're not complicated to use, but they're kind of annoying, so I kind of just tend to leave them alone. I prefer not to use them. So both of these guys go in my front pouch here. My strippers go there, and my volt tick goes here. A lot of the time I also find myself wearing my volt tick, which, by the way, in case there's anybody out there who doesn't really know what this does, It just like detects voltage on wires so you don't shock yourself. I tend to wear this on like my shirt, kind of in close to my neck, so that way when I'm up in the ceiling I'm not like reaching down, and I can kind of just like take it off of my shirt collar and I'm good to go. So yeah, next up here we got my side cutters. These are again by Klein. I honestly love every Klein hand tool. I haven't had a bad experience with them yet. But yeah, I've had these for about a year and a half now, getting close to 2 years, and they've served me really well. My journeyman was actually telling me that I should probably get a new pair because he thinks the edges are getting dull, but these things still cut great. Like, I can cut through pretty near anything with these. I was thinking of trying the Knipex side cutters, the 9-inch ones, just to give something different a try, maybe see if the German quality is there. Those also go in my side pouch. I kind of have these little pockets here that they slide into, and they're held there just like that. So last and not least for my like hand tools is my linesman pliers by Klein. I'll use my boomstick. I would say that these are probably the most versatile and one of the most important tools for electrical work. You gotta have good pliers. So these are great. I really love these. Again, I've had these. I bought these around the exact same time as I bought my side cutters here. And I've loved them ever since. Like, just been great having them. That's very, like, honestly just fun to use. It's really nice when you pick up a good tool and you can kind of just like appreciate the craftsmanship and like, wow, this is really well made. So yeah, you can tell I've used the end here as hammers on slab and for junction boxes and stuff. So I've worn out the rubber, which is kind of not that good because if you're ever splicing live, which you shouldn't do, if my hand were to slip and touch the metal here, I would be completing a circuit and I would probably get a little shock. That hasn't happened to me yet. I usually just throw some tape around the end if I am going to do that, which I try and avoid because obviously it's dangerous. But yeah, I'm probably also going to try and get a Knipex brand, which is a brand from Germany. Linesman pliers. I've seen them and I don't know, I want them. That's pretty much all that goes on my wish list now is just new tools. But anyway, these guys I like to put right here. I think this is a hammer's loop originally, but it kind of just sits in that pocket there and it dangles off by my hip. Super easy to just get out and start working with. Another cool thing about these linesman pliers in particular is they have the fish tape puller. I know some guys don't like them for some weird reason, but this is super handy. So super handy for getting those tough pulls. Finally, for my hand tools is this tape measure. This is a Stanley Fatmax. This is really good. This thing can stretch out really damn far without like breaking. And yeah, it's just got a nice weight to it. With most of my tools, I try and carve my initials in them and then write in Sharpie, so you can't get that out ever. One of my coworkers had taken it and written Oxford right here, along here, because he dubbed me the Ox, and everyone started calling me Oxford. So, but that wore off. I might carve that in too, I don't know. I'll have to see. So yeah, that goes. This is really handy. I've noticed that this doesn't really work as well with like older tape measures, but pretty much it just kind of like uses this as a hook and it just sits in there and it won't come out. But I have a few older Fatmaxes that I've found, and if I'm like bent over or whatever, this thing just kind of like falls out. So I can't even really get this off without trying. Yeah, so it's kind of annoying. So unfortunately tape measures are expendable. I think this thing was probably like $30 or whatever. This stuff's expensive, but I mean it lasts a really long time, so I have no problem paying for it. So that's all the hand tools that I keep on me almost all times. I'll just add in a few things that I like to keep in my bag just for comfort, I guess. First off is a water bottle. I try and fill this thing up as much as I can during the day because it gets super hot. And yeah, I sometimes don't drink enough water as I should, so I like to keep this in my back pocket or my back bag here. And yeah, I probably go through 3 or 4 bottles of this a day when it's really hot. Anyone who knows me knows that I get extremely bad heartburn, and these are like a lifesaver for me. So these also, my emergency kit, these also go down there. Fuck. Yeah, that's bad. I should, yeah. It's from all the coffee that I drink. One more thing that I'm probably going to add in here is this fucking short sword that I got. This thing is like, it's like a foot-long screwdriver. Again, another gift. I don't have a beater as a screwdriver, so I figured I might as well just get this thing because I haven't really been able to find those big shitty screwdrivers that you see most people carrying around to beat on. So I'm looking for a chance to use this, and I'm very excited because this thing is a fucking beast. I'm probably just going to use it as like a chisel or something. It's nice getting there and just give a little smack on the back. I've hit my hand way too many times while doing that. I mean, it probably makes sense to get a proper chisel, but I don't have room for that. I don't give a shit that much. It's fine getting a few bruises. One more thing I should probably mention, just because I figured I might as well give like a full bag tour. I usually keep shit like any shorts in here, or just like specific screws. Here I keep specific parts. Like say if I'm taking down a light and there's real tiny screws, I put them in here. There's a real shallow pocket and I don't have to go digging for them. I also usually keep my earplugs in when I have them. Here is for connectors and such, or yeah, just like connectors, anything that's like a little bit bigger. And then this pocket always morettes. This pocket always straps or staples or whatever. And then in my back, I usually have one pocket that is dedicated for garbage and one for material. So if I'm going around in the suite, say I'm doing plugs or whatever, I'll have my plugs and my cover plates in one, and then I'll just start stuffing all the garbage in the bottom here. Just get like real crammed in there. It's very efficient. So, and that's what all about in the trades is efficiency. Kind of sucks at the end of the day though. Like say, because sometimes I'll throw like, I don't know, little stubby screwdriver in there or whatever, and if I pile a shit ton of garbage on it, it's really annoying to empty it out at the end of the day and have to go kind of rummaging. But yeah, it's a system that works for me. So here I am all ready for work, all decked out and all my stuff. I got all my tools real nice and handy, real close by. So yeah, I hope you guys really enjoyed the video, and thanks for watching. Please leave a comment if there's anything you guys want to know about the trade or my job or any funny stories like that. I'd appreciate it.